What's up, everybody? Emceemur here, and it's about time for an ARCADE1UP update. An ARCADE1UP update. An ARCADE1 update. Yeah, we can call it that. I can't be the first one to ever think of that. ARCADE1 update. It's time to update our situation with ARCADE1UP. It's past time, really. It's been a while. I mean, we got this thing around the holidays. Of course, there were some issues. We talked about those issues, and maybe even more importantly, what I was going through to try to get those issues resolved. And they were resolved, but we need to talk about how. I was having a heck of a time getting anybody to help with the situation, and I can tell you right now the website was no help. We're going to get into why that was. Eventually, I did get somebody on the phone, and to their credit, they were extraordinarily helpful. Now, you will wait and wait for someone to get on the phone with you. Bring a birthday cake. You may celebrate a birthday while you're waiting. That's all I'm telling you. But when the guy finally got on the horn, he was very, very helpful. He was able to figure out that everything I'd done on the website just went into limbo. Didn't do anything. Never processed anything. It didn't process the order for my deck protector. And we had other stuff we had to talk about anyway. So we did. The biggest issue was the scratch on the screen. You know, I really felt that had to be replaced. And he was cool with that, man. He got it all set up. Very helpful. I got to tell you, it is so rare that I get a customer service rep on a phone that can actually help me with what I need in this day and age. But this guy got it all straight. He got it all set up. And I was very thankful for that. So eventually the parts came in. He said it would be about 30 days, and it was about 30 days. About 3 weeks and some change. So you can't really ask for more than that, I don't guess, given the circumstances. We got the stuff in, but it's taken me forever and a day to get around to actually fixing what was wrong with this thing, swapping out the parts, and that's what I did here recently. Went ahead and started working on this thing. Now, there's not much to it, obviously. We're just talking about 8 screws here and a screwdriver. We just want this thing to look great. We want it cosmetically sound. I mean, for what these things cost, regardless of the fact I got it at a discount, they need to look good. So I set out to getting the deck out of that thing and pulling out the deck protector. It had protective film on it. It arrived in good condition, so I was happy to see that, and I knew it would probably help the look a little bit. We were very careful with it, using it up to this point to make sure we didn't rub any of the graphics off of the deck in the meantime. And what was really cool was they sent an extra set of deck art out with the protector, I guess anticipating that you might have rubbed yours raw already and needed to replace it. It was different though. It was a different graphic. The colors were kind of washed out. The font of the letters didn't kind of have that 3D effect going on in there. It just didn't look as good, but I guess, you know, if I had had some damage to mine, it would have looked better than a damaged one. So glad to see they included that. That was kind of neat and kind of proactive on their part. So happy to see that. I'm wanting to bring you good news. I'm afraid I can't do that. We got the screen out, and I had high hopes for the replacement screen. All right, there was junk behind the original screen. Some of it was actually in some tape right here. There's some tape that goes around the edges of the screen underneath the plastic screen, and it just had some fuzz caught up on it. It looked like something off of a Q-tip or something like that. So that had to come off, but there were scratches on the thing. And I get the replacement screen opened up. It's got film. It's wrapped well. It's like, oh, this has got to be great, right? No, man, it's not. I got the film off of it, and I'm looking at it, and at a glance, I guess it's okay. I see a couple lines, but I'm like, surely that wipes off. That's just from the, you know, because the wrapping on it's kind of tacky. It's kind of adhesive. It's not sticky, but it kind of grips it a little bit, right? So I'm getting this thing on there, and I see the light hit it just a certain way, and I'm blown away by the amount of scratches I'm seeing on this thing. I mean, there's no way that you could have seen this and then wrapped this in plastic. And I don't just mean a few scratches. I mean, this thing is ripped to shreds. It looks like I tucked it under my arm and went into a phone booth with a bobcat to shave its ass. It's absolutely that bad. I mean, the it's just clawed. I mean, there's so many scratches in this thing, all over it. Hairline and some even deeper. So, yeah, long story short, the replacement screen is worse than the one I had. Now, I already had the original one off at this point, so I cleaned it up, got the junk out from behind it, and got it back on there. And, I mean, at least that looks better. And, you know, we got the deck protector on there, slid that back into place, got it all lined up, got it dusted off. So it's on there, and it looks really good. But, man, still talking about quality. You know, since we last talked about these, I also got a hold of one of the riser kits for the unit, and they were hard to get for a minute, too. And I think we've talked about those enough in past episodes. So we got the riser for the thing. The good news is the riser, there's just not much to it. Okay. So unless there's just some cosmetic damage, you're probably going to be good to go in this department. Super easy to put together. And once I'd put it together and got a look at what it looked like together, I'm thinking that I almost want it back down to its original size again. Again, the kids are playing this, they're having a good time with it, it's their size, and I've got kind of a design in mind, something to go with these that it's hard to describe because we're doing some redecorating in here, but may not end up needing the riser anyway. But anyway, it's here, and at least we can take a quick look at it and see what it looks like together. So that was something I wanted to do in the update. So the time could not be more right to talk about what's going on with these things. We're heading into a second phase, a second wave of this product. And you don't need me to tell you that. You know, everybody's a buzz about it. There's new games, new machines. Great, but I'm already hearing about quality issues with the new ones. And they're not even technically out yet. I mean, people have found them and gotten them, and that's a whole other story. That's a whole other video, really. The business practice there, where these are just magically showing up places. No one knows where or why, and they're not officially out, but whatever. But now we're already hearing of some issues, and I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that because I was really excited about some of the ones that they announced. And, you know, given the fact that they at least tried to make good on this one, I would do this again, I guess, because I kind of like these things. I'd be lying if I said we haven't had some fun with it. The family's had fun with it. You know, the kids have really had fun with it. It's their size, you know, it's small, so it's been okay sitting in here with us, and we've been playing it. But buying another one, I gotta wonder about what we're gonna get into with that. What other cans of worms are we gonna open up in the quality department? That about sums up quality control. When you can send me a replacement screen and it looks like it got in a fight with a puma, and then you wrapped it up. So I don't know, man. I mean, that's not a big deal, but I got to hear about stuff like, you know, deck controls being unplugged from the inside and having to get in on them and work on them. That's not what I'm looking to do, man. We buy real arcade machines and get work done on them. I ain't wanting to be doing any work on this. I mean, and then you're going to have people damage controlling about it. I can already hear it, but you wouldn't go pay $300 for a PlayStation or an Xbox and then come home and have to break it apart and add thermal compound and readjust some pins and then say, oh, it's still pretty good, man. You wouldn't do that. So don't do it here. Demand some quality along with that price. I want to check out another one, but I do so at my own risk, and I sure can't tell you that I would advise you to do that. But hopefully we're going to be able to come across one. It's not looking that likely right now, again, because of the business model. They're literally on Twitter, you know, social media talking about, oh yeah, well, a few people have found these. They're at random Walmarts. Maybe you could find them. You know, maybe I could. I don't know. I mean, maybe I could strike gold or, you know, win the lottery too, but I'm sure not going to count on that. So I don't know what to tell you as far as me getting a new model in here to look at, but the word is that it's going to release on the 13th, and that's not even their word. I'm just hearing this from, you know, people that make videos on the platform here, so that's not even coming from their mouth. Really weird, man. Just really bizarre. I could talk all day about how bizarre it is, but that's where we're at with this thing. I was impressed with the customer service once I got a hold of it. We got the deck protector on there. The new ones are supposed to come with those. I guess if we get one, we'll see. Still a big old gash here in the screen, but you know, when it gets going, it's, you know, you don't really notice it. It just looks like crap when it's sitting there off, you know. But I'm not going to bother them again with it. From what I understand, you do get a 3-month warranty, and I've gone beyond that. So, you know, it's not the end of the world, but it's not great. I don't know. Hard to figure out, man. But again, I'm not going to say we haven't had fun with it and we haven't enjoyed having it here. And, you know, a lot of people feel very strongly about these, about how great they are. But a lot of people feel very strongly about how bad they are and the problems they've had. And a lot of people have written in and commented and told me about what they've done. And it's interesting to hear. It is. A lot of people, though, said that they had luck with the customer service. That gave me what I needed, you know, in my mind, to keep trying and try to get it resolved, even though it was kind of hard to get a hold of somebody. That's where we're at, man. I want to know what you think about all this. Did you get one of these? It's been a while. How's your unit holding up? Have you had any additional problems? Have you had problems that we're not seen to? Are you interested in the new line? Have you got any of the new line yet? Are you going to get it? What are your thoughts? What are your concerns, if any? Let's talk about that in the comment section of this video, because you know that I love getting a conversation going with you right here on the Emceemur Show. It's something we do a lot of, and this is something we could talk a lot about. We're kind of all over the place here in this thing. Something that should be really just cut and dry. I mean, there's just so much weirdness surrounding it, from the business model to the quality control issues. Rest assured there's going to be a lot more to talk about, and we're going to do it right here on the show, just like we do about so many other things. Hope that you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this talk. I hope you're going to drop a like on this video. Hope that you did like this video, and most importantly, if you have not already done so, hope that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show. Be a part of Mer Nation. We're rising up all the fantastic things that we got going on right here on the show. You need to be a part of, and make sure that you smack that notification bell so you are always the first to know when new content goes live. You know that I love making it for you. Emceemur signing off for this Arcade 1 update, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.